Hey, it's Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships, and
Sex.
and today we're going to talk about how to walk like an alpha, how
Yeah.
to stand like an alpha. Because posture matters.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read this from CHATEAU HEARTISTE. He says, when you act like an alpha, you'll begin to feel like an alpha and consistently behave like an alpha. When you mimic the behavior of the powerful, you yourself become powerful in reality. This is why body language is so important to picking up girls. And I'm going to convey to you right now, I'm not going to be able to describe everything that well, but body language and even looking for what we're going to start talking about is like power poses, the way you stand and the way you carry yourself. A lot of people think he's confident, so he moves that way. But what they actually showed in research is the way you move affects the way you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
And when you change the way you move, the way you interact with the world changes.
And the
how it
way
changes
others
you.
perceive you.
It's a very big deal.
Yeah.
And in game, we know that posture precedes words. The words are not that important,
It's true.
but that irrational self-confidence coming through, conveyed through your presence, the way you move, your posture, matters. Anything. I mean, you talk to any player, and we say the most outlandish things, and it makes no sense. And if you wrote it down, you'd be like, "What is this? It's crap.
What is this?
It's
gibberish?
crap." And she's naked in the bed. It works because there's a lot more going on than just the words.
Yeah.
You know, you're not talking her into bed. You're almost like you're acting her into bed. You know?
That's a good way to look at it.
You know, that's how it's a whole picture. And so, you know, it makes me wonder because this is back in when I was literally like when I hit puberty, which was literally instantaneous. I was looking in the mirror and I was combing my hair, and I literally like all of a sudden I gave a shit. I was like 13, I think. I must have been like in 8th grade. And within like a week or so, I remember thinking, I want to meet girls.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I thought about was, I need to walk different. I need to walk like I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I need to walk. And I remember actually being in the hallway, and I thought about it at home, you know. And then I kind of straightened my back, got my head up a little bit, because I was already kind of tall.
Sure.
And kind of walked with a little bit more of a spring in my step. And what was weird was like, literally within a day, girls started looking at me a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It was that, I know, sometimes it's just luck. Instant results. You know, and it's that powerful.
Yes.
And I stumbled on it, you know, not realizing what I was doing, and I also got positive feedback nearly immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's that, and what we realize now, it's that powerful. When you change your posture, it changes the way people see you and interact with you. It's, you know, it's what they see first. It's more powerful than the words.
Yeah.
And so basic postures, you want to look this stuff up because a little small tweaks will matter.
Huge.
You know, and if you want to think about, like, I always use examples like Richard Gere in American Gigolo. Every movement he made was in an alpha manner.
Mm-hmm.
Don Draper on Mad Men. Watch him move. Any Bond movie.
Yes.
Watch James Bond move. And a lot of it is straight upper back, head up, chin up, slower movements. Not super slow, not like you're...
Not lazy.
No, not like you're in slow motion, but it's slower because frantic movements belies a lack of confidence and nervousness, and you're trying to get it over with. And literally, if you're out on a date and you catch yourself being nervous, just consciously just slow down your movements just a little bit. And one, you'll become more calm, and two, she'll have a better reaction to you.
Yeah.
Because if you're frantic, it'll make her nervous. You know, so consciously walk slightly slower, and you will see a change in the way people speak with you, and it works. And there's just some basics. Slow down your movements, stand up tall, no fidgeting, keep your hands out of your pockets.
Yes.
If you're standing at a bar, you what we call Constrapito, it's a certain positioning. If you look at David, the sculpture David, he's in that position. There's a reason he's in that position. Does that make sense? It's not by, that's how the figure, the model was standing the day that they took, they started the sculpture. It's a power pose, and it's probably the most powerful pose.
Yeah.
Men look good in that position.
Yes.
And you can mimic it, and you see it a lot once you know what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
And then hold your drink low. Almost every frat rat you see has a beer up around his chest or his shoulder. But you look at like Bond or Gere and American Gigolo, they're holding their drink low. Don Draper always holds his drink low.
Exactly.
It's going to be at his belt level or lower. And so that's in how you set. All of this matters, and you have to practice.
Yeah.
And the good thing is it's constant. You can practice everywhere you go. But posture precedes the words, and it matters. When you carry yourself like an alpha, you'll feel like an alpha, you'll talk like an alpha, and the world will react to you like you're an alpha. It's really very much fake it till you make it. And so that's what we wanted to convey to you guys, where alpha, move like an alpha, set like an alpha, stand like an alpha, and it'll make your life easier, and you become the alpha.
It's huge.
Yeah, it really makes seduction and interacting with the world much easier, and it's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, and you'll feel better about yourself.
Well, and it's just, it improves your presence in the space.
Yeah.
And anytime you walk into a space and you have this alpha movement and posture and way of being, it enhances everyone's thought of you and makes you immediately more attractive.
That's it. Immediately more attractive.
So everyone is going to be drawn to you when your posture, when your stance, when your movements are all in this manner.
Especially nowadays with phones and people on computers, you don't see men who move well anymore.
No.
And athleticism has a lot to do with it too, like when you see an athlete moving.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you're working out, that's a bonus too. And then you're conscious of how you're moving. Most men are not at all.
No.
They're shuffling, and their head's down. They're looking at their phone or they're looking at their feet. But it changes how you see the world. But again, it changes how you feel about yourself. And the reaction is nearly immediate.
Mm-hmm.
So test it out.
Yeah.
Test it out. See how it feels. I've never had anybody say it doesn't work for me. But you will see an immediate change in how people react to you. And it works.
And I would say, I know we're kind of wrapping this up, but I would say the inverse is true also. That you can watch men who generally carry themselves pretty well, that are in your vicinity, that you see on a regular basis. We see it a lot because we work with a lot of men in the gym industry. But take a man that generally moves pretty upright and confidently. Watch him on a day when he's clearly had a bad day, and he is turned in, he's hunched over more, he's defeated. Anytime you've got this defeated posture, you lose your status. Nobody goes to scoop up the man who looks defeated. They just leave him by the wayside. They ignore him. He becomes invisible. You don't want to be invisible. You want to be the man who's walking with a confident air all the time.
It's either asset or liability. Men don't have there's no middle ground for us.
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's really good. We want you to win. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, comment below where you have had experiences like this or have seen, whether in person or in the movies.
Or any examples you've seen.
Yeah. Men who show this kind of behavior, and share with your friends. We want you to win. Bye.